Holy cow, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Let me tell you this, Fish. You think about it, we saw this coming 2 years ago.
Yep. We did.
I mean, when we played them in the playoffs and we won the series, we walked out of that series saying, oh, they're here.
Yeah.
Like, it was like you could see it coming. They were coming. And you think a little bit, they've almost taken a lot of the way that the Grizzlies have been able to have success. They've done it in a very similar way. Defense first. You got an electric player. You're going to play through the electric player. And then you have a bench that is very good. And your role guys support your star extremely well. But I give them all. They also made the big move with Rudy Gobert, who I was one of those people that's like, how is this going to work? Like, Cat, where are they going to play on the floor? And after 1 year, it has worked spectacularly. And to the point where they made it a thing, and I give Chris Finch a lot of credit for this, that they weren't going to allow teams to play him off the floor. They were going to figure out how to match up and keep Gobert on the floor no matter what. And he stuck to it. He's been true to that. And a credit to Gobert, whatever scenario they have put him in, he has excelled in it. And they are who Boston does not want to see in the finals, is what it comes down to. They are who Boston doesn't want to see, because the one thing that Boston lacks, and when we went and played and you watch them, they lack athleticism. And
that's what Minnesota thrives with.
Jeez.
Man, that Nas Reed is crazy. Jersey!
I mean, the way him, and then our old Jersey boy, Kyle Anderson, playing low minutes, was hurt early in the playoffs. Comes out, starts in that game, and you think about the mind that you have on the floor with he and Mike Conley. It was the best defense that I have seen in an NBA game since I can remember. I'm talking about, and they're talking about who you did it against, and the way that they frustrated Murray, Jokic, Mike Malone, Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon started to just, in the second half, just take the ball and it didn't matter if you were standing there. I'm just going to run through you and see if they make a foul call, or if I get a charge, so what? Jamal Murray throwing stuff on the court should be suspended.
You can't throw heating pads on the court.
And he did it twice. Like, he threw the towel, and the thing why he should is because he threw the towel at Mark first. At the referee. They shooed that away. Then he throws the heat pack out. Like, people keep saying he threw it on the floor. No. He was throwing it at Mark and missed, and then it went onto the floor. And so once it went onto the floor, now the risk of people being hurt, there's no way in the world that the league could justify not suspending him. I understand the gravity of the game, but he didn't care about the gravity of the game in that moment. So why should the league care about the gravity of the game at this point? And he should definitely be suspended the one game.
Minnesota, I forget who was doing the game. Was it Harlan? Harlan doing the game?
Yeah, I think it was.
And said that a lot of times, you think when a team gets game one, they come out a little relaxed in game two. Furthest thing from the truth for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were all up in their ass in that game. I mean, it was defensively swarm. Never gave second chances.
No.
Never gave second chances. Took advantage of every turnover.
Yes.
Just got offensive rebounds and gave them second chance. They were everywhere. For a game two being up 1-0 on the road, that was as impressive a performance as you could see.
Do you remember what's the movie with Sho'nuff back in the day? It's a karate movie. The black dude was a black karate movie, and what the heck? I can't remember her name, but he got his golden vibe. And when he was going through his karate moves, it was like slow motion, but it was like many hands moving. Last Dragon. That's what it was. Last Dragon. And he got it, old boy got his move, and he was moving like this. It was like two people, but it was just one person as he was doing. That's what last night looked like. It was like 7-8 wolves on the floor.
It was unbelievable.
It was literally like there was one there, another was another. And they defended him one-on-one, and they picked him up full court every single time. I mean, to take the challenge that they took on the defensive side and offensive, and why did they come out like that in game 2? It's because they have an absolute mercenary on their team, and Anthony Edwards. Bro doesn't care about, ain't no friends. I don't care what your status is. I'm coming at your neck. And because he's that way, every other player on there is that way. Mike Conley got handshakes.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Mike Conley, handshakes. What?
Yeah.
We couldn't get technical fouls from him.
No. And now he's doing handshakes.
Handshakes.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards is amazing. He's been unbelievable to watch. I love the fact that he's a guy that he doesn't need to be looking at the basket when he scores. He could be looking at the floor, find his spot, and just go up and score. I mean, the guy knows where he's at. He knows where his spot is, and he gets to it.
You know, a lot of people have the Jordan comparison, and the thing that I say with the Jordan comparison, for me, is a mindset. I think he has a very similar mindset in terms of
Man, I'm so
what
happy
it
you
takes to
said
win.
that. I was asked that yesterday on a radio show. Gabe Kuhn, our friend Gabe Kuhn, asked me that on the radio show, and I was like, "Wait a second, we can't compare him to Jordan."
No.
But that's what I said. Those guys that have that, Kobe had it.
Yes.
LeBron has it. That hatred of losing more than that love of winning.
And I think that LeBron, how he did it is different than the way Kobe did it, is different than the way that Mike did it. Like LeBron, to me, still wanted to be friendly with everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go out here and compete and be the best on the floor, but I'll still be cool with y'all.
Right.
Kobe and Mike wasn't trying to be cool with you.
Ever.
It
Didn't matter who you were.
I think Anthony Edwards is the same way. That's why I say mentality-wise.
Yeah.
Game, he still got some. We're not gonna watch you do it just in this short span and be like, oh, let's watch this over some time. But the mentality, and does he have the ability? It is on par with those other two, and different in the way that LeBron does it.
Denver needs more from the others.
I don't know if Denver. Honestly, I think this is just a bad matchup. Sometimes it's a bad matchup for them during the regular season. It's been a bad matchup here in the first 2 games of the playoffs, and a lot of it is because Minnesota can play them one-on-one. They can throw a bunch of people at them, and their size is unmatched on the floor with what they're able to do. And then they can conversely whenever you can get guys who are really good offensively to be really good on the defensive side, you've hit the goal pot. You've hit the jackpot. And that is what they've hit the jackpot on the fact that we have offensive guys who are good, really good defensively, and they're doing it in unison.
I would love to see Oklahoma City and Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals, just to kind of, because nobody thought that would happen. I just sneezed again on camera.
Sorry. Seasons are part of life.
Sorry. But I would love to see, because nobody thought it would happen. Because everybody questioned. That was the biggest question of both of those teams going into this was, well, this is their first time kind of in this position. How are they going to...
Well, and I think it wasn't as big is because they have dealt with the dynasty teams all year. There was no mystique about the dynasty teams, the Lakers, the Warriors. And so for them, it was like, shit, we better than y'all. And they had the swagger and the air about them to go about it every time they stepped on the floor that, no, we for real good. And I go back to what I said earlier. Watching young players be able to use your individual talent but doing it together is it's special, and it's so much fun to watch for basketball enthusiasts like myself. I'm not a big person on how the game used to be played. Well, you do it this way. I leave that what it is. But in terms of the authenticity of the game of basketball, it's fun to watch teams that compete defensively as much as they do offensively. And it's fun to see teams put the emphasis on both ends of the floor and to see that you can still have success and play a fun brand of basketball. And so it would be great to see those two teams end up in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals, because they deserve it.
Yeah.